senior taking complaints and concerns from people and addressing them and bringing them up the chain as needed. I am afraid to do that because I didn't respond to a 77 request for someone to document a car in a fucking scene. So yeah, I am at my wit's end, Duncan.
Depends on how loud the person that needs 77s is. If it's like someone like me who isn't going to get 77 is going to be frustrated about it, and I'll be like, well, you know, I chased after a car solo that was fleeing from an ammunition crate that was right down the road. And I said I need 77s, and then people were like, yeah, we're coming down from Polito. I was like, all right, that's the only help I'm going to get is coming down from Polito. And at VCB and UTL, I was like, all right, whatever, UTL, it's over. You know, there'll be another ammunition crate that someone tries to rob. It's over. It ends there. But now if you have someone who is loud, obnoxious, and annoying about it, they're going to go to every senior or every sergeant and say, what? They're going to make it vague. It's going to be blanket. It's going to be none of these people on duty help out. They don't respond to any 77s. They're all just fucking off an MRPD sitting on their dicks. And they're just going to make a blanket thing, and then command's going to be like, well, this seems to be an issue because this really loud voice came up and said it.
That's the problem. I'm going to tell you what happened. After the Lenny situation, Declan walked into the meeting. He sat down in a chair, out of uniform. He told everyone that it was what he wore when he got hired, whatever. And, you know, we all were under the impression that based on what Lenny said on radio that, you know, oh, this had to do with turbos. What did Declan sit in the meeting room literally right after that happened and stated? He goes, it had nothing to do with the turbo. And proceeded to then explain that it was the lack of competency from the PD. Do you realize how shitty it sounds? Number one, I understand to an outsider looking in without context how it sounds shitty for me to have a gun out because I didn't trust an officer. But on the flip side of that, do you know how shitty it sounds to know that 4 officers are in the ICU, 2 of them on the brink of death per GSW by another officer intentionally? And to have his best friend sit down in a meeting room and tell everyone in the room, yeah, it had nothing to do with the turbo. It was the lack of competency from the PD. How am I supposed to trust a man that doesn't give a shit about the officers that were hurt and only cares about, yeah, we can all agree. The procedure sucked on that scene. It was terrible all around. But let's be serious. Are you shitting me? At what point, Duncan, do you have to cross the line? You know how many days... I'm sorry, at this point I'm just venting, but do you know how many days I had to listen to... And again, I love Cornwood. I really do. Cornwood is a great officer. He's right in a lot of areas, but he's also too quick to jump the gun on a lot of other areas too. And one of the things that he jumped the gun on was for 3 days in a row, he sat in meetings after the Lenny situation and could not help himself but bring up and say, I just don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what the case is. You know, I've been saying for days that Lenny, you know, something's wrong with Lenny and no one did anything. I got up and I walked out of the room and I went on patrol. In my honest opinion and professional opinion, whatever the fuck Lenny had going on prior to does not matter anymore. You're done, bud. You just shot 2 cops. You are fucking done. Your career is done. Your trust is gone, and my respect has dissolved. You are done. Whatever your reason was, whatever was going on that was bothering you is no longer my problem. Deal with it somewhere else. But no. Instead, we had to have 3 days of Q&A about why Lenny got fired and if it was really justified. A pointless fucking conversation. I want to trust this PD, Duncan, and I don't know how you feel about it, but at this point, let other people take over. We need a voice that is willing to speak up about bullshit. And I'm not going to lie to you. The reason I voted for you, Duncan, was because out of everybody who's running, with all respect to Cornwood, The reason I didn't vote for Cornwood is because he has a bias with Max. Him and Max are close. That's not a secret. That's not a rumor. That's fact. The man gets invited to a lot of city council meetings. That should be enough to tell you exactly where that stands.
Well, I need to be careful with that because from an outside perspective looking in, I also get along with Max.
Do you? But are you willing? Is Cornwood willing to call out bullshit when something doesn't make sense with Max?
He might, but Max knows how to get, Max knows how to say exactly what he wants to hear. For me, it's
You are you willing to question
yes.
authority? Okay. Because
For me, it's
Go ahead.
I know when to bite my tongue and wait till it says something productive. I know some people, especially in this PD, are very quick to say. I think Michael's even complimented me on this, where when the quota thing came out, people were like, "Oh, this is bullshit. This is stupid. This is fucking awful. This is gonna tear the PD apart. This is this is corrupt or whatever." And I was one that stood up and said, "I don't like how that. I don't like how." We're valuing adoption fraud over like someone getting stabbed. And I said this goes against our principles and our standards, and it was changed.
Quota goes against our principles.
Um,
We have principles to uphold the law, and now we have someone coming in and essentially putting our pay in a chokehold for the benefit of getting people to believe that if they do their job, again, discrediting the paper pushers and essentially telling everyone that you need, there's a leaderboard. He has a leaderboard for it. And who would have guessed I had 0?
so what I'll say is right. And maybe this is a problem where our hiring is just fucking dog shit stupid and backwards and moronic, and our hiring system actively goes against our principles and standards. But that's a separate conversation for a separate day, separately. But you have people who will not respond to some 911 for someone's getting hurt, and only respond to things that that they want to respond to, which naturally it's their human habit. Um, I've had plenty of times where I've responded to senior buns and I couldn't get any backup because remember the whole like, oh, it sounds like a fucking headache. There's a lot to deal with. There's a lot of people saying like stupid shit like I ain't seen shit. And having a quota system where it incentivizes some officers who would not respond to those things to respond to those things actually does work, and it's probably more of a fucking magnifying glass on our hiring practices that someone needs to have an incentive to have basic human empathy for other people. But
I mean, Duncan,
if we didn't have a backwards ass fucking hiring system, we'd have officers who actually care about people. But we have to deal with the cards we're dealt, so sometimes we do have to have an incentive for people to have basic respect or human decency.
well, I mean, you and I spoke up during the first quota announcement regarding attempted murders. And I said, I respectfully, I'm going to leave other avenues of quota if it means for the betterment of an individual who almost lost their life. And you heard what Siobhan said, and I will never forget it as being the most disrespectful thing I have ever been told as an LEO in my career. And
she said a lot of things. What would she say?
She said, how long has it been? I said, well, coming on 3 weeks investigating this, multiple people. And she said, and I can almost quote, sounds like you spend too much time and you're coming up on deadline anyway.
It's crazy for a defense lawyer to say that. That's crazy. That's probably what she'd want you to do is to go quickly so you end up missing things.
Yeah, it's almost like because the problem is I spent a good part of almost 3 weeks trying to work a case, which means I spend less time in the fields, which means in turn, when you look at my points for quota, 0 means that I don't show effect. That's the way that it's viewed visually, is that I have 0 quota points and I didn't make an effect on the PD. What's not on quota is the back end work, the meetings, the conversations, and the other various forms of progression I do, and you do, and others do to progress the PD. And I don't see the value in it. I think the value of it is a little backwards. And respectfully, when you look at the leaderboard, the only shift 3, I think 3.5 quota points was the highest I saw for anybody in shift 3. Because we had interviews in academy. We haven't been in the field. We've been preparing for this. But to the public and to the view, we don't do our job. You get what I'm saying? Like, it feels like the only work being valued is the ones in the field, and the work that is ignored and neglected is anything to do outside of the realm of normalcy. And I don't agree with it. I don't know. This is a hard vent right now to you, but I want to stay in this police department, and the reason I haven't left is because I still truly love my job, Duncan. I love my job. I love what I do. I love being a reach out for people. I love being that person for the civilians, and I love being that person for fellow officers. And unfortunately, the only people who I don't think that I get along with personally, not professionally, but personally, is command. Not all of command, but a good portion of command. And it kind of breaks my heart, but you know.
You want me to keep it 100 with you, Flop?
Yeah, go for it.
In the coming days or weeks, I'm going to tell you this. You know, so you're not. I mean, obviously, you probably see it coming too. I'm probably just speaking to the choir here. In the coming days or weeks, we'll get more hires. In all the shifts. No shift will be perfect. Lenny will be rehired. And we will be expected to be happy with it. And if we're upset with it, then we're the problem. Standards will be thrown out unless it's convenient. For example, people will continue to call people snitches on Twitter or Twatter and 3-on-1 or responding to them in 3-on-1 or whatever. People will continue to show conduct unbecoming of an officer. And no one
Why is
is
Captain
going
Slacks calling me?
I would answer. I want to find out.
Hey, Captain, how you doing?
Hey, Flop. Sorry to drop this on you, okay? Listen, I was about to go 42, but Marlo called me up and he said that Etta could be potentially kidnapped. He said that Tugs informed him that Etta discovered there's some sort of massive amount of money we're losing as far as the state account, and ever since then, she has not answered her phone. I'm not sure. It sounds bad, but there's no confirmation if so.
Fuck. I'm currently off duty for a couple minutes. Shit.
Yeah, no. If you could just inquire about that, see if she's okay, or reach out to people. She tweeted it roughly 12 minutes ago. So I mean, she's around. I just not picking the phone.
She let me call. She will pick up the phone for me. If she doesn't, I'm gonna probably put out a 911 and just state that, you know, to keep an eye out for her, because that's not good. That's bad.
Sounds good. I just want to let somebody know, you know, because I'm not sure what's going on. I'm also off duty as well.
Okay. All right. You okay, Cap? I didn't mean to interrupt what was going on in the locker room.
Yeah, no, I'm just, you know, sometimes I like to have heart to hearts with people, see what's going on, especially after, you know, everything. I've been talking to every single officer in the PD.
I gotcha. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm off duty right now, having a very productive, nice conversation with Duncan right now. I was on duty. I was gonna have this conversation with him on duty, but to be honest with you, with all the recent changes and announcements, I was worried about maybe facing repercussion for having a conversation. So
I know how you feel. I mean, I hate cop stacking. I tried to just do somewhere else where I feel like I'm actually doing police work.
yeah, that's fair. I
Yeah.
get that. Let me let you go and inquire about Etta, and if I don't hear anything, I'm gonna.
Call me back. I'll be around for like another 5 minutes.
All right, sounds good, Cap. Thank you.
All right, you got it.
Bye bye. Etta might be kidnapped, and apparently the according to the captain, the bank account seems to be going down, the budget or something. I don't know what's going on, but give me a minute. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forget which number. I have to delete her. Hold on. Okay,
I'm gonna continue telling what's gonna happen.
give me 1 second.
I'll wait. I'll cook it up.
I even said I was gonna call Etta too because I was off duty. I'm gonna call our old number too just to make sure. I'm gonna have to put out a 911, which is gonna look really silly where I'm at, but I don't really care. I don't care who comes over. I'm just gonna put out this 911. Bear with me while I write out this 911.
Ready?
No, give me a second.
Okay. If they show up, they show up. Spoiler, they don't show up. It's going to be another one that is ignored because people are on actives or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna let 911 take care of that, and I'm gonna let people actually do their fucking job. I can't wait for someone to ask me to do it myself.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. If you're off duty, you're capable of going on duty and helping out, or you're useless.
Yep.
Because I can tell you right now, I do my shift one shift, and once 6 p.m. hits, typically I'm out. But
Oh, thank God,
people who see me,
Corwood's responding.
people only start their day at 6 p.m. see me around off duty, and they're like, "Wow, he's useless."
Yeah, Cornwood's gonna try and reach out and figure it out. I'm texting right now to see what's going on. God damn it. God damn it. Etta is in fact my sister, and I don't know how much of a bias I should have to be the one to lead that, but I absolutely want to make sure she's okay.
Are you ready for this fucking bombshell?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go
Here's
ahead.
what's gonna happen. Lenny will be rehired. It's gonna make people naturally upset, and it's gonna make people not trust him or want to be on duty around him, and they're gonna be told, the people who have that feeling, including yourself, are gonna be told, "Oh, we're giving a second chance. Let it go. You know, it was in the past. It happened like a month ago, or whatever, or whatever." I've heard this one before. Um,
To be
I've
clear,
heard
we
it.
have a
Like I said, let
terrorist
it
as a
go.
mayor. That should be enough understanding as to just how this operates, but yeah.
Okay, there's between 5 years and a month, or 2 weeks ago,
I
or
agree.
whatever time this
I
was.
agree. But at the same time, once a terrorist, always a terrorist.
But
But
what I was
yes.
going with this is they won't be criticized for coming back. You'll be criticized for holding on to the grudge, um, and uh, you if you were to take a stand and say, I don't see myself um, being able to support this PD with its decision making, you will be easily replaced by two people, and the only damage you will have done is not to anyone above you, but the people around you within the PD at the same rank, lower or one step above, or whatever people you were around, the circle you're on, you're only going to damage them.
Well, I'm going to tell
It's
you
something that,
something.
yeah.
And this is, hold on. Slacks is calling me back. Hey, Captain.
Is she okay?
I have not gotten a response back. I just put out a 911 stating that you called me, and that I believe she might be kidnapped. I did state that it is incredibly unlike her to not respond to her text or her phone, leading me to believe that she's actually in trouble. I got a response from Cornwood, I guess, stating that he's going to be taking care of it and looking into it. I'm going to call him and follow up with him in about 5 minutes, but I cannot get in touch with her. I called her new number. I called her old number just to be safe. Zero response. Nothing. Do you know who she was last with? Do you know what she was doing?
I know that Maple went 42 an hour ago. So I would imagine go meet up with her.
Let me try calling Maple.
Okay. I tried that already, but try again. See if he picks up.
Okay. Let me try calling Maple, and I'll call you right back.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye. Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Captain wants me to call him back right after. Maple's not answering either.
I can't believe you're being
Hello?
not paid to do police work right now.
Wow.
Hey, no response from Maple either. What do you have any? I mean, you're off duty. You're doing your thing. But do you have any suggestion on what I could do outside of just calling 911 and letting people know that this is going on?
I don't know. I mean, I want to go to bed, but I can't if they're not okay, and I might go back on duty. I don't know. I mean, it's a tough spot to be in, right?
I mean, listen, I got no problem trying to grab my car, jet back over to the PD, and going on a search party if we have to. But It's hard, especially if you're trying to, you know, go to bed.
Right. But I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go through the same thing that happened last time, right? Where you know, when we go to bed and something terrible happens and we kick ourselves for not doing anything about it. And I hate that, Flop.
I know. I trust me, Cap. I'm in the same boat. There's a reason I'm off duty having this conversation right now. And okay, I can get back on duty in about 5 to 10 minutes, and then
No, take your time. Take your time. Like I said,
Yeah.
I understand how you feel.
I will say edit is related. Oh, I got a text. Hold on. I can't check my text. Let me hang
Call me
up real
back.
quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God, Corn wants to call me. Fuck.
Howdy, Flop.
Hey, what's going on?
So, why do you think Ed is kidnapped?
Captain Slacks called me and said that there's some weird stuff going on, possibly budget-wise. Things are not moving. Ed is not answering. There's no text messages. Captain Slacks called me because he's like, hey, I wanted to just let someone know and inquire about it. Ed tweeted like 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago at this point, probably.
Yeah, I saw it. 25.
Yeah, I tried calling her. No response. I tried texting her. No response. And I texted her and I said, just let me know that you're okay. Text me. Are you good? Zero response. As far as I know, this is incredibly unlike Etta. And
Yeah.
it's leading me to suspect, based on the timing, that something possibly is going on.
Okay. Are you on duty yet?
No, I'm not.
Oh my lord, I am so sorry. I bubbled the shit at you. I'm so sorry, Lionel. You okay? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Lionel. Here, I can bandage you up too in a minute. Okay. I'm gonna. Are you getting on duty?
I'll be on duty in a couple minutes. I was wrapping up a conversation. Are there other units that are looking?
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you soon. There's too much sound going.
No,
We gotta figure out what's going on.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. What I was trying to cook was, yeah, you're going to be blamed for taking him being rehired personally, and that you need to, you know, get a grip and accept it. And if you try to sit up and say, all right, well, I can't support this PD if they're going to let someone do this and then just get rehired, you'll be replaced by 2 other people that are willing to be complicit, and the only people, and you're not going to make a dent in the top at all, and the only people you're going to upset, or the only people you're going to end up hurting, are the people around you. I'm going through this right now where I am unhappy with how Barrick is handling things. I'm unhappy with his inaction. I'm unhappy with him making sledgehammer approaches when people make small things like hair a big issue, but then he takes weeks or longer to handle basic, you know, things like saying, oh, seniors or sergeants should be handling this, you know, people not doing this or that or the third or whatever, or not, or putting too many units or silent attachers. He said seniors and sergeants should be doing it. He just doesn't want to do anything himself. I've had multiple people, not in the PD, ask me, why am I still part of the PD? Why am I supporting this? And my answer is the same at the end of the day. Much like most corporations, I was about to cook something, but I got to pause again.
Duncan, my sister is currently, I believe, kidnapped. I gotta call back Slacks. God damn it. This conversation may get cut short.
That's why I'm trying to wrap it up, but I keep hitting the pause button. I'm like probably 2 minutes left of what I was going at.
God damn it. Hello?
Did you get an update?
Yeah, Cormac asked why I believed she was in trouble, and I had stated that the timing of everything, I really want to go check hotspots like City Hall, shit, even my house, and just literally anywhere else. Where are you at right now, Cap?
Next to a river, out in the county.
Are you safe?
Yeah, okay, I usually come out here. I usually like to, run away and just be with nature and just enjoy some peace and quiet.
I gotcha. Well, I will throw it out. If you end up wanting to get back on duty for a couple minutes, I can hop in a car with you. We can go check hotspots if you want. If you think that this is a genuine concern, I do think it's a genuine concern, but I don't want to pull you away if you're doing your thing.
Yeah, I might get back on duty. I'm gonna keep calling and texting, see what's going on, and then if I get an answer, I'll let you know.
All right, let me. Yeah, I'll catch up with you in like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll.
I don't know if I'll answer the phone, Flop. So I have my headphones on. That's all.
No, you're good. You're fine. If you get back on duty, just text me, and I don't care. Hop in a car with you, and we can go start looking at spots.
You got it. Okay, you be safe. Okay.
Thank you, Captain. You as well. Bye bye.
Good night.
All right.
I've been asked by 2 people not within the police department why I sit by and just be complicit in supporting this police department. My answer is 2 things. One, we only have one department, and 2, much like most corporations, it doesn't really matter who's at the top. The top is always going to be fucking awful and self-serving. It's the people at the middle of the top that matter. And as long as Viv and Anita are in it, I'm in it. I'm not going to ditch them and let them handle the bullshit on their own, as they're outnumbered and out supported by literally everyone else. I can tell you right now, command does not, the other shift command and high command do not talk to shift 1 command. We're an island. Either that's because Max has set that culture where shift 1 bad, or I don't know. Maybe they don't think to just have a conversation with people outside their shift or utilize. I've been told that no one reads senior reports or command reports, which is shocking because I question why they should. Slacks told me this. He said no one reads senior reports and no one reads command reports. And it makes me wonder.
I read them all the time.
It makes me wonder why people who have them, who have access to them, are not reading them, and if they should continue to be them.
Yeah.
But the point is, they will continue to be them because they're good at leading scenes.
Yep.
And what I was getting at was, with you, if you were to leave, you're the only people you're going to hurt are the people around you that you care about, that you want to support.
I agree.
I'm not going to leave because I want to support Viv and Anita. And I think the more people that I don't want to say unite under that idea of thinking, the better things will be. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to share a report with you as soon as I'm back to my PD. I'm going to click share. The report will be available to you for 24 hours.
Okay.
I want you to read it, and I want you to take your time with it. If you have to save it, personally to yourself, do that. But I want you to read it, and I want you to help me push this idea into as many minds as you can.
All right. 1269 is the state ID. I need to go see what the fuck is going on. I'm sorry. Duncan, I appreciate this conversation. I really do. I just need to know what the hell's going on with this.
I'm going to go and quickly and share this with you.
That's fine. Share it with me. We got 24 hours. I need to go check to see if Etta and Maple are okay. Maple went off duty an hour ago, or less than an hour ago, or whatever the captain said, and Etta tweeted not 10 minutes prior, and apparently yeah. Hey, I'm getting on duty right now.
Okay, we're gonna look.
Read it, Flop. You can just know I didn't write it. You know who wrote it.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna grab my gear and stuff. I think Slacks is getting back on duty. Some hot spots to check. City Hall, obviously. You can even go up and check my house if you want. just wherever you got to start looking, I'm gonna get on duty and see what we can do. Slacks has been calling me and keeping me in touch because he doesn't feel good about it, and I think he's getting back on duty too.
What made him think that she's kidnapped?
Call Slacks and get his side of it because I'm probably misquoting him.
Okay.
Share with me. Let me know. I got to get on duty and try and help out with this.
You have it. You
Okay.
have it.
I promise I'll look at it, and I will. I will get in touch.
Okay.
Or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I got my 2
Hello.
gold stars with him so I can buy the blueprint.
Oof. God damn it. Bad Moon Rising is not the song for this. Love Duncan. Time and place. Time and place, Duncan.
He says, I haven't seen Maisie in years. Holy shit.
All right. Woo.
Vehicle comes back to 1 kg or more, reflect on 60.
Dispatch 125 1041. Code 6 possibly kidnapped Etta and possibly Sean Maple.
Yeah, there's a channel. Dispatching you. I think it's channel 2 for that.
Channel 4.
Copy.
4, sorry.
Radio check.
You might have seen it happen. Nope. Then too. So Slacks, I think Slacks is off duty, or I think Slacks went to bed.
Shit. Okay, affirm. All right. So just to give a quick rundown, Slacks called me, and he stated that he had reason to believe that there was a chance Etta was kidnapped. She had tweeted 10 minutes prior to, I guess, her not having any contact. He made a comment about a bank account draining or something, and he said she's not responding, and she's the treasurer. I tried calling her and texting her. Based on the timeline and the fact she hasn't responded, I have reason to believe that, yeah, she's probably in danger. She lives...
So this also
Sorry,
this also goes in line with Maple. Maple went off duty at the same time Slacks went off duty. So do we have any, like, a status on Maple? I tried calling Maple and he... Okay.
Forward, welfare check.
I'm good. The driver just turned right into me. You okay?
One two five is code 6, the garage at the courthouse.
I'll go torch room, code 4.
Has anyone checked my house in Polito yet?
No idea where you live, brother.
Polito, Procopio, 10. Actually, fuck it. 125. I'm just gonna reroute to Polito.
We've only just started so far. There's only 3 of us talking. Where's my other 3?
Where do you search at?
Check.
The courthouse.
Good start. Someone go check. Someone go check Del Perro Pier.
Before.
You.
I've not checked inside courthouse yet. The parking garage at City Hall is clear. I do not see either Maple or Etta's vehicle. I believe Etta drives the blue electric SUV. I forget what it's called. The BJ or whatever it's called. And I think Maple drives a Ruiner.
Sure they don't just have their phones off and they're fucking?
I would love to hope that to be the case, but...
Maple leaves his phone on.
How do
During
you
fucking... What?
Okay. 10-3.
Check to see if her vehicle is here, like stored.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a raid on Maple's vehicle here too, potentially.
I would say maybe hold off on that. I don't know if we should. I'll leave that up to McNulty if you want to. I don't know if we should.
Hotspots before you start yanking people's shit out. Are you checking if his PD car is there? Forward.
10-9, sorry, I couldn't.
Are you checking if his PD car is parked there?
Yeah, I'm checking for
work away.
personal because he went off duty.
Oh. I don't know where else Etta hangs out other than City Hall or the house. Those are like the two only spots that come to mind.
Radio check.
10-2.
Maple doesn't have a car parked here.
We secured the hostage at the laundromat. We're good to return this search to channel 1. That way we can just have everybody, essentially.
F4.
Copy. Let's move this to channel 1.
Hey, firm.
Odd question. Have
Check.
I always been able to feel like I could break into these?
All right, I got one unit checking Del Perro Pier. I've already checked Alisoye, nothing around there. I've already checked the Vagos Porta Rayon. I'm checking the scrapyard off of Alta. I need people going up north, you know, Humane Labs, Quarry, Sandy, further up north.
12576 Humane Labs, and then I will reroute Polito.
Hey, Sandy.
I'm heading direct to Polito.
To the unit going direct to Polito, I live at Procopio 10. And as does Etta.
This one's gonna check the funhouse and
178 is 76 to Catclaw to check the dock area over there by the White House.
F4.
Ha! 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 Ha!
I'm gonna go actual into City Hall itself and question people on whether or not they saw Etta recently. Neither Maple nor Etta have their cars parked here in Dave Street.
One, 2, 5, 23 Humane Labs, code 6 inside. Or not. No vehicles parked inside. I'm gonna check the other side.
Wait, you saying something like Etta drained someone's bank?
Slacks was stating that something about a bank account or the state funds or something, and she's not answering her phone. And he called me to inquire about it. And when I called her, her last tweet was 10 minutes prior. And I've texted her to let me know at least that she's safe. And I have gotten no response from that or a phone call.
Hey, I'm on the phone with Dr. Cantor.
Copy. Any status from Cantor?
Wait. We're basing this manhunt off treasurer talk money and then hanging up on the phone?
10-9?
Are we basing this manhunt off the treasurer talking to Slacks about money and then hanging up?
No, so Slacks, I guess, noticed something about funds. I guess he tried calling her. She didn't answer. He asked me to inquire about it. I called her, no answer. I texted her, no answer. I asked her to just let me know she's safe. I guess Maple also went off duty around that time too. He has not answered as well. There's
Could
been
they just be fucking?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Or, you know, asleep?
I would rather play it safe than assume nothing. I don't think that that's a far ask.
Okay. Check hotspots, and then I'm gonna call it there.
Who was the last one to see her?
That's what we don't know.
Maple's dick.
10-3.
Four 23, Funhouse, code 6.
Hey.
Hey, so what's different between now and like any other time if she weren't to answer her phone?
Code 6.
Like what's creating? Like I'm trying to figure out like
the timeline.
Like,
She tweeted 10 minutes. Slacks had concern. He asked me about it. I tried calling and texting. Zero response whatsoever.
Okay. What did she say?
Okay, so I just got off.
Oh, lovely day thing.
Yeah.
So
that was over an hour ago.
Maple got off duty.
Yes, and by the time I call 911,
Get a hold of Maple or
hold on, I'm pulling up to my house right now.
Can you do me a favor and write?
There's someone at my house. Hold up.
Somebody's at Flop's house right now. Send.
I went ahead and put that report up.
Hello?
And if you could just kind of give like a
Flop is dealing with somebody at his house that he does not know.
I need a 77 at my house. Polito. Hi, could you do me a favor? Put that down face away from me, please.
Grapeseed.
10-4. I'm gonna keep.
All right, thank you. Are you okay?
Put my hands up. No, I got shot yesterday.
All right, give me your hands for a
Funhouse
second.
was code 4 as well.
Ow, my arm.
I'm gonna be careful. Don't worry.
Check Grapeseed and move up closer towards Toledo.
125. I have one detained.
Halsky, are you helping him out?
All right. Hey.
1AA from I'm code 16 this time.
Are you okay?
Ow, this is really hurting.
Listen. I'm trying to be as careful as possible.
Treasure, we gotta be serious here.
You assist
No,
Flop?
Madison kidnapped me yesterday and shot me and left me for dead again.
Flop asked for assistance.
I've asked twice for 77s.
Apologies. Where you at? What's your location?
Flop, do you need 77s?
10-3. Spahalski, go to Flop and back him up at his house. He's right down the road.
God.
Listen, I'm gonna be as careful as I can. Are you bleeding?
10-9? 10-9?
No, I don't think so.
I'm making my way.
I mean, unless my bandage bled.
76.
Okay.
Roger.
All right. Listen, I'm dealing with somebody who's possibly kidnapped. I see someone at my house that I don't know. It's nothing personal. I'm gonna have an officer talk to you real quick. I will get you medical if you need it.
They went in
Okay.
on 23.
No, I'm okay. My shoulder's hurting.
Okay. All right.
I live across the street, Flop.
I know.
I was talking to Etta.
I'm
Sorry,
wait,
Flop,
you
I
were
was
talking
talking to a guy.
Okay, hold on, wait. When were you talking to Etta?
Last night.
Okay. All right.
She was doing the books on the whole
86423.
audit thing with the money missing and stuff, and I offered to help her, but I'm cleaning up trash and stuff.
Okay. All right. Aiden, can you do me a
I have
favor
him. Stand by.
and speak? Okay, hold on.
22. Just.
This is a local on a jet ski.
Give me 1 second.
Sorry.
Anyone's inside, make yourself known. Do it now. Hello? Oh. Oh, shit.
I messed up because my girlfriend kidnapped me again.
I be advised, I have blood on scene at my house. I'm gonna go ahead and document this.
Yeah, pictures. Just grab it.
You got it? Okay, farm.
I'm sorry if I'm a little anxious because it means that.
If the person on scene, if you could just GSR test and make sure that they're good, stand by.
They all seem fairly old samples, but I should be able to make out one.
Okay, firm.
123 code 6 Whiskey away up by Grapeseed. I'm not seeing anybody around. Let's go for.
All right. Be advised, I've just cleared inside my house. It appears they are sleeping. We are code 4.
Wait, what?
They are sleeping.
10-4,
They
continue
are-
routine patrol.
10-9. RTO McNulty, I can't hear the comms. 10-9.
They are code 4. They were at home.
Did you like see them there?
Yes, they are asleep.
Did you went in their house? Nice.
My house.
Oh, cool.
So we're good, Flop?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I like to watch.
Elizabeth was negative as well.
Wait.
Search me, please. I just want
Slacks call.
Okay, man, we're gonna get these handcuffs off you, okay?
You can call me.
Hey.
Let's not do this over the radio. Feel free to call me.
10-4.
Let's back to routine patrol,
Do I
everybody.
even need
Bring it
this
up back to
evidence
the
at this
city.
point?
10-4, 10-4.
No. I'm honestly, I'm egregiously
let's
pissed
get
off
all
with the
these
way.
units and find Fiona. How about that?
I just saw her car.
Hey, you should
Get her.
you should try handling Declan, whoever the fuck that other guy is. That's what they keep fucking around on radio.
Nice and safe in bed.
Yeah, I'm
Like what he just said.
Who said that?
yeah, I'm
3.
Hell, we might find
next
Barrett,
time
too.
somebody goes missing, I'd like them to have a little bit of fucking courtesy, but you know, not my
Hey,
shift.
Senior. Hey, senior.
Yeah,
Maybe you
and
should talk to a sergeant of the shift.
I'd
like
love to.
two
The
that are on
sergeant of the
radio.
shift is also making jokes on radio. I'm going straight to Ruby with
one?
it. McNulty.
Yeah, but what about the other sergeant of the shift? The one that's
Bones.
riding with the 2 fuckheads. Yeah.
Yeah. Bones is also making comments as well. I'm taking it straight to Ruby.
All right. Hey, I'm with you. I back you up.
Yeah. I'm whatever. Judge your siren off.
So, they're asleep.
Yes, they're asleep. Slacks called me with concern. I tried calling. Can you explain to me the timeline of concern here? Not a single response from either Maple or Etta. Etta tweets, and 10 minutes later has no response. She tweets, "I hope everyone's having a great day," and then nothing.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it almost is like somebody held her up at gunpoint and said.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was concerned. Slacks called me with concern. I reported it to 911, and I immediately got back on duty to go look. They're asleep. So be it. I'd rather be wrong about it, but actually have a care of response.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, it's frustrating, but at the I'm way more relieved knowing that they're in there. I'm, if anything, more pissed off on the way.
What is yeah.
Like the response from everybody on radio was the biggest fucking joke I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, like,
if you went missing, everybody would have been serious, checking everything, and for everyone to be like, "Oh, I guess they're fucking, haha."
Yeah, and then also
fucking
here's the
egregious.
problem. Yeah, the problem is they were right. Well, I mean, not necessarily, but
Yeah, they're right. They're in bed, but based on the timeline, absolute concern.
Yeah. No, I mean, I called on radio once and like nobody responded. I called it again. I said, "Hey, like, we gotta go do this."
Yeah, I'm irked. Is Ruby
That's
on
my
duty?
fault, Flop. I'll take all that.
No.
I was talking
you
to a guy
got
down the street, and he was loud as hell.
23.
And I couldn't, like, I was asking him about Etta and Maple, and he was just loud as hell.
Oh my god. Big shocker, it's a sport bike.
Listen, I'm not even gonna.
I'll be on Joshua.
I'm irked. To be honest, not with you though. I'm irked with the way that I'm gonna let you know. As a PPO.
I mean, they were kind of, I'm not going to lie, they were kind of dickheads to me just because I didn't fucking hear, but you know what?
I'm going to tell you something, and do not be ashamed to say this. If you have a problem with anybody that did anything on radio, unfortunately, there were some sergeants there as well. Either bring it up with me, or I'm giving you permission to bring it up with probably Ruby, who's the next in line.
No, that's fine. I mean, shit happens, right?
Yeah. I'm going to... Actually, I guess really Slacks is the person to talk to about it. But... yeah, I don't know. That timeline was absolutely a concern. So, Cornwood, I appreciate you taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that it ended up the way it was. I'm glad it ended up the way it was, to be honest. I'm honestly at this point more pissed off with the way that people responded on radio.
On the radio, going off-road now, westbound.
That's
off-road.
That's a joke.
I will say this though. Yes, you're right. But if only you knew what happened the last like 2 hours.
I haven't been on duty that long, unfortunately.
Yeah, but like just with me personally, like.
Oh God.
It would be the funniest thing. Like it's actually the funniest thing in the world.
Well, I know that I walked in on you and
He's on the phone.
Slacks having a minute.
Conversation. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, hell, I wish we had that conversation with everybody. But
all good.
It wasn't a bad one. It was just a conversation.
Yeah, I'm.
I found out the cause of all my fucking headaches. That's my ALPR. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm.
Off road.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to respond to this. I don't know how to feel about it, but it definitely does kind of irk me.
3 secondary, eastbound Route 68.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna bring up, sort of the response from everybody, and
city unit,
it's
to grab
yeah.
a bike, please.
I don't know. We're good to break off here. We're good to do our thing. I'm gonna go talk to my neighbor real quick and let them know that I apologize for everything and go from there.
Okay.
I'm
gonna head back down.
I appreciate it.
Is there anything I did wrong that you want me to do better from that?
Just make sure you're listening to radio. That's all.
All right, like I said, yeah, my fault.
Listen, accountability, owning it, live and learn. You're good, all right?
All right, appreciate you, Flop.
I got you, Aiden. Thank you so much for the backup.
Sonora Road.
Hey.
Continue southbound Sonora Way, going off road.
Remington?
Flipping it off road straight into a tree.
Hey, I'm sorry. We had. I got a call from the captain stating that supposedly, there's concern of Etta going missing. And when I checked her recent tweet, only 10 minutes had passed. And unfortunately,
We're just sitting in the hills. He's trying to go off.
unfortunately,
Trying to lose us off road.
we didn't get a response from Etta or Maple. So I said, timeline does not line up. Something's not happening. Something, and I tried 911 because I was off duty. I said, hey, I have reason to believe that possibly, Etta's gone missing or is kidnapped. This is unlike her. This is unlike behavior for her.
I'm good.
I've done everything that I could to try and look and search.
Going back towards the main or the railroad tracks.
And to be honest with you, they are inside sleeping. But I was just treated like garbage on radio for what could have been a serious situation with a very non-serious response. So
103 secondary.
This is exactly where it
southbound
was.
Sonora Way.
what's that?
Again, can a 4th unit back in the city, grab a bike.
We're looking for Cornwood.
Oh, Cornwood was here. He left. I told him he was going to break off. I'm sorry.
He's my senior right there.
So, unfortunately, now my bigger problem is not even with my bigger problem now is with the lack of shits to give on radio on that. Man, I'm about to make a fucking. I'm about to step back and say fuck this.
Southbound.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I was.
No, you're fine. I was in a panic myself, but are you okay?
No.
What's going on? About what? What's going on?
Dispatch, find us a break.
You were gonna kill me.
What's that?
I thought you might be the one to kill me.
Wait, why?
Continue now westbound towards the parking lot.
Why would I?
Secondary, we're going northbound to the parking lot.
Wait, what
Now
happened?
merging left.
Bancroft.
Oh.
She kidnapped me again last night.
What do you mean again?
That's why I'm living with Barrick.
Does she know where you live or no?
Now she does.
Oh.
So about 2 months ago, about 3 months ago, she broke up with me over text. 2 months ago, she called me asking for help. I met up with her, told her to go fuck herself, basically. And then she stabbed me, dumped me on the beach, and left me for dead. And so I've been in Barrick's house, hiding in Polito. Well, she found me last night and kidnapped me in front of a judge and Sonia, and took me at gunpoint, took me out to Gordo, and shot me, and left me for dead again. But some random guy looking to scope out a